Welcome back to the League of the Genuine Conversation series. If you are just joining us, we are happy to have you. We are talking counterfeits, substandard products, fake products, and the adverse effects that they have on our economy, on our health, on our environment. And like Fred has mentioned, that almost every sector is affected by counterfeits, right? This is just the start of this fight and this campaign against counterfeits. It's part of a larger conversation. What strategy have you deployed to bring this conversation to the fore, to make sure that people know that this thing is real, and if we don't address it now, you know, our children or the next generation will suffer the consequences?
Okay, Rachel, when you say what strategy, it's as if you are suggesting that there is some strategy out there, which is different and far apart from what the consumer should be doing. So I think what you're asking is, first and foremost, what should the consumer be doing in the fight against counterfeits? Because the consumer provides the front line. They are the end users. They are the victims. They are the ones who lose the money. They are the ones who fall sick. So we shall be giving tips. But one of the things that is the biggest strategy in fighting counterfeits is awareness. It's communication. It's exactly what we're doing. But awareness about what? Consumers need to be on the lookout for the telltale signs of a fake product. There are many. I can give just a few right here. A fake product has some characteristics, like the packaging. Kids are going back to school now. Many parents out there will be buying cereals and a lot of those things. You have seen those cereals that are in plastic polythene bags without any branding, without any color. It's a see-through. You see the cereal inside or the oats inside. Definitely that's fake, because there is no genuine product, genuine manufacturer who will pack their product in a nondescript, nameless packaging, because the essence of a brand is to give a distinctive mark and appearance to a product, so that you can differentiate it from one product to another. So there is no way you can produce customer loyalty and endearment to your product if you're genuine, if you make it hang around in something loose. That's one of the signs. The other obvious thing is, if there is a problem with the name. And when I mean a problem with the name, it's not just the spelling. You see, most brands are very particular on the size of the letter, the undulation. So if you find any product where the T kind of moves out of shape or is a little bit off the line, that's a question mark there. This is something that could definitely be fake. If it's a product that you need to identify through a smell, through a taste, I no longer take alcohol, but when I used to, I could tell a fake whiskey from a genuine. There is that, which I can't describe now, but you can tell. Now, if you are going to go out there and pay no attention to some of these distinguishing features on a product, if you're buying an accessory and the connections or the joints are loose and are hanging, definitely this is fake. So we think that through the League of the Genuine, we're going to have brands coming up onto this conversation and telling the consumers how to differentiate the genuine from the fake. You have been on TV for many years. How many ads have you seen promoting a product where the product will tell you, hey guys, this is the genuine product and this is the fake product. Please buy this guy here. You never do that. So what happens then? You, as a consumer, are left to grope in the dark. It's basically like shooting in the dark. It's just guesswork. You are all out there alone and frightened. You are just picking guesswork, and you're picking something for your little girl, your little boy, your husband, your wife, and these are the issues we are now getting a lot of diseases, a lot of
Yes.
sicknesses. Women are having reproductive health issues. You have young girls or young children getting bone disease and all those issues. So the strategy is vigilance.
Yeah.
The strategy is communication. The strategy is more information from the manufacturers, the brand owners. The strategy is even things like information about where to buy your favorite product.
Distribution.
The
Yes.
distribution.
Yes.
Do we know where we can buy the genuine product? But again, the problem is so bad that the counterfeit has also
Found its
infiltrated
way to the
the
genuine
genuine
distribution.
distribution.
Yes. Yes.
How does that happen? Is it that the manufacturer manufactures some fake and some genuine? No. What happens is that there is a plan by people who conspire working for the genuine brand, who allow the fake product to come into the distribution channel, somewhere from the factory to the wholesaler until it reaches the retailer, where many of you are buying the product. So you can see that because of the attraction and motivation, okay, of the money, the allure of the money that is made, you get some distributors engaging in selling of fake. They sell the genuine alongside the fake. So big problem.
It's a very big problem, and,
Yes.
and we look forward to hearing tips on how we can tell that difference, because I think that that's the question on every consumer's lips. How do I know, especially the products that are very common, the products that a lot of people use? I'm a mom, so there are certain baby products that are highly recommended, for example. So if a fellow mother tells you go to the supermarket and get this product, you want to be sure that you're buying something genuine for
Yes.
your child. Let's talk the law. Fred, you are a lawyer. What does the law say about counterfeits? I mean, if they are so bad and they're affecting our economy and our health, aren't you the people supposed to be putting laws in place to make sure that these things don't infiltrate our markets?
Well, I'm a lawyer, but I'm also a consumer, so I'm suffering
Like the rest of us.
everybody else. But is there a law? Yes, there is law from a global level to the national level. We have got various laws. In Uganda, we have the Trademark Act, which is the law that helps brand owners to register and protect their trademarks through trademark licensing. We have under that law provisions dealing with punishment for trademark infringement, counterfeiting of trademarks. We also have the penal code. So many people have been saying that the law is not stiff enough, that the punishments are not stiff enough. But guys, the current legal regime, for example, here in Uganda, is 2 years on average, to a few months in some cases. But can we have the prisons filled up even for a month or 2 months with guys who are faking the favorite soap you are using or the favorite shampoo that you are using? We're not having any of that. Why? Because there is a lack of understanding of the legal regime itself. I remember one time presenting to a group of manufacturers 10 years ago, and in the room was a government minister. And when I spoke and said that actually we have a law, the minister was surprised. He's still serving in the government now, but he was shocked. Because for that time, there was a push to try and pass an anti-counterfeit goods bill. The anti-counterfeit network was very instrumental in ensuring that that bill is withdrawn so that a new one, which does not distort the legal regime, is put in place. So the law exists. But a law, Rachel, is good as its implementation.
Yeah.
If you have a law that stays on the books, that is not put into effect, then it's useless. So we have a law that is hardly put into practice. Why? As I've explained, because many brands are not taking advantage. A lot of brands, especially the international ones, feel that if you are the distributor or the territorial representative, and you have a target to sell 100 containers a year, if you hit that target, it's okay. So what happens then is that the market keeps growing, but the market share of the genuine product is not growing, or it is shrinking. But the market for a certain product is big, and the market is consumed by the fake guys. So the law is there, but the law is applied, is enforced, is used by human beings. It's us, again. That's why for us at the League of the Genuine, a lot of emphasis is being placed on the consumer, because it's the consumer who can complain if the law is not in existence, or if it's in existence and it's not being applied.
Yeah. What is the League of the Genuine? We've been talking about it since the start of this conversation. What is it? How does one join? You know, if I am a brand owner, or if I am a business person, is it something that I can be part of to make sure that this fight continues? What is the League of the Genuine?
Well, the League of the Genuine is the mark of excellence, is the aspiration for every brand that likes to, or would like to stand out, that would like to give the best that it has to offer for the consumer. The League of the Genuine is being brought up because the market has been distorted and contaminated to such a high level that we all appeared to be going down some league of the fake. You know, some league, you know, we are all marching into very clearly. So we thought that we need to have a conversation that reverses that narrative, that reverses that conversation, because it's now becoming normal to have fake. It's expected, and people speak casually about it, that please go buy for me this, I just bought a bulb and it blew yesterday, and it's normal, so let me buy another one. That's the League of the fake. We are saying, can everybody desire, can everybody aspire to be part of the League of the Genuine? It's not just for the brands, but it's also the consumers, because I have explained the counterfeit business, the fake business, would have not grown exponentially to this level if we, the consumers, did not support it. The idea is, through these conversations, we hope that you will be able to deny the counterfeiter the market. You are paying, you are buying fake products and paying the price with your life. And we are saying this should stop. It's not something that will be done overnight. It is something that we have got to consistently focus on and work on until it becomes a culture to aspire and consume and buy genuine products. So the League of the Genuine stands for everything good in a product, okay, everything beautiful in a product, everything you desire in a product. It stands for value for money in a product. It applies to the buying and selling of genuine products.
You did mention somewhere at the beginning that we are a price-sensitive country. Many times, as Ugandans, when we go out to buy, we are looking for the best deal, and we want it conveniently. And I know that this is a huge factor in the fight against counterfeits. How do you think we can start to change that narrative? Maybe what would you say to a Ugandan now?
When you say Ugandans, I should say Africans.
Africans, yes.
You know, as Africans, we have not taken our place as equals among other citizens. We lack confidence, we look upon ourselves, we don't think we deserve, we are afraid to put our foot forward. This conversation wants to uplift the African, to put us back on the same. But I'll tell you a story. I traveled one time to the United States and visited some African friends. And when I was around the house and checked a few things, a few of the tin stuff in the kitchen, my African friends had a lot of stocked products there. But when I checked on the tins, I found that they were expired. This was in California, and this was Africans or Ugandans who had lived away from Africa for more than a decade. But they carried along with them that inferiority and that urging to consume expired product. The reasoning was simple because of their price sensitive. The reasoning was that those baked beans or that product is going to cost me 10% if I buy it when the expiry date is about to reach. So they buy the product that is about to expire and then stock it for long periods. So it actually becomes totally expired and they consume it as an expired product. And one of the notions was that, look, those things are for the white people. For us as Africans, this is okay. It's still okay. Wow. It will not affect us. So it is a behavior change issue. This is not just something of numbers and statistics and throwing a few figures and speaking good English to change this. It's a mental conditioning that we have got, and I think that this is a good start. This is a good start. Everybody should come in, participate. It's our problem. We all talk big. Africa, Uganda, we are the future, but we are the future of fakes. No, we are saying we should be the future of genuine life, genuine products, genuine services.
Yeah. Let's talk a bit about the opportunities, and I'm also interested in the challenges to this fight. So obviously there are people who are benefiting from the sale of counterfeits and substandard products. They are not going to be very happy about conversations like this because you are basically depleting their market. What sort of, maybe we start with the challenges and then you can talk a bit about the opportunities. What sort of challenges maybe have you faced, in the start to this fight, and are you likely to face as you keep having this conversation?
Well, they're not my challenges. They are everybody's challenges. But I like how you put it, challenges, opportunities. To anybody out there who is dealing in fake cosmetics, for example, I have a simple question for you. Yes, you're making the fake cosmetics, they got mercury, they have lead, you're affecting a lot of ladies out there, they are falling sick and stuff. But my question is, after you've made the money and you take it home to look after your family, would you buy fake milk for your child?
Certainly not.
Is there anybody who, after making money from selling fake cosmetics, would desire to buy a fake tomato? Wouldn't they like genuine meat?
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't they like a cough syrup that is genuine? So it's a trade-off. It is because the guy who is dealing in the fake cosmetics lacks the awareness and understanding that when I participate in selling of the fake cosmetics, I am building and contributing to a subculture of consuming and selling counterfeits across the board. In other words, when you sell a fake cosmetic, you promote the sale of fake electrical equipment, you promote the sale of fake cement, you promote the sale of fake tires, which you'll use on your car and get killed in a motor accident. So we think that the League of the Genuine Conversation will be able to bring out the logic and morality about the fake products. We think that the counterfeiters will not be so angry if today I attack their fake cosmetics, but I save them in the maize meal that they eat, because I'll be fighting the guy who is selling the maize meal that is full of aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are carcinogens that are active ingredients in causing cancer. So if I talk to this guy and say, please stop selling the fake cosmetics because I have a deal here for you. I would like you to have a good life where you do not fall sick, or where your family does not fall sick. This conversation has never been held. We think that there is an opportunity there through this conversation to have a community of interest, to aggregate our interests as human beings. As human beings, we have one interest, which is to survive. The counterfeiter wants to survive. The guy selling genuine wants to survive. So if we all want to survive, can we come on the platform of the League of the Genuine and ensure our survival by kicking out the fakes and promoting only the genuine. So whoever is doing fake business, you have an opportunity to get into the legitimate side of that business that you're doing.
And the opportunities, what sort of opportunities are we looking at to further this discussion? So this, I guess this is a platform for us. You've talked about vigilance as consumers.
Yes.
What other opportunities do you see us pursuing in this fight?
There are so many opportunities for everyone, because this is a platform that brings together all those who affect and affected by counterfeits. The opportunities for brands are many. This is a neutral platform. This platform will be able to bring the consumer closer to the brand. It is on this platform that if you have a brand, a product, you will come, train our fake desk marshals. We have a solution called the Fakes Desk, which has marshals who do both physical and online, and consumers who are having experiences with counterfeits will be able to report what it is they have found. We get that information, pass it over to the brand. Now, if you are a brand whose product is a fast-moving product, is having issues of losing market share to the counterfeiter, you may not be able to physically run around chasing them, because first of all, you do not have sufficient resources. But if you come on the platform and we have all the brands dealing with a particular sector, for example, water, you aggregate your resources, you aggregate your market intelligence, you aggregate everything, and then attack as a group or deal with the issue as a group. So it makes business sense. And we are thinking that conversations will be held with the brands to help them be able to reach out to the consumers, but also to help them provide a more formidable front in fighting counterfeits. And this is evidence. The fact that counterfeit business has been growing is evidence that the individual efforts of the brand protection, brand security, brand promotion, have not been working. Because the U.S. Customs estimates that every 10 years, the customs counterfeit trade grows by more than 1,700%.
Wow.
Which means that every year we are having a multiplication factor of 100% to counterfeits. And thing is, nothing serious is being done. Every time you will see a few raids and a few press releases and conferences, this was arrested. Have you ever asked, if you're in the media, when they get a cache of fake cosmetics with mercury, has anybody ever followed up after they are displayed whether these products actually get destroyed? Has anybody ever produced a video to show this product being thrown in, they call it an incinerator?
Incinerator, yes.
And burned out? Have we seen a certificate issued by the environmental authority to clear the destruction? Nobody follows up that. You guys are so content with showy stuff, you know, this was arrested, and then it comes right back into the market, and right after watching TV news that this was obtained, you actually buy the same fake lipstick.
It's very unfortunate. You talked a bit about, as we try and wrap this conversation up, you talked a bit about the role of the consumer, which is vigilance on our part, the role of the brands. Do you have anything to say about the role of the distributors? Because some of them are not necessarily attached to the brand. They are just independent people who go get these products. So I'm talking things like supermarkets, retail shops. What's their role in this conversation?
First of all, under the law, it is an offense for anyone, supermarket owner, distributor, transporter, to facilitate another person to commit an offense. It's an offense to counterfeit. Okay? So if you are a supermarket and you facilitate the trading, the selling, the buying of counterfeits, the law can catch up with you. If somebody came, you will not be able to get off the hook and say, for me, I just bought, and I don't know, some truck brought it here.
Yeah.
You have got a responsibility as a distributor to ensure that you sell genuine. Now, that law has not yet been applied, but soon it will be applied. Even you, as a landlord, if you allow your premises to be used for acts which are criminal, you can as well be asked a few questions, because it amounts to an offense.
Yeah.
But again, it's lack of awareness. Even many of these people who are trading, and you go to service your car, how many times have you bought lubricants and gone away with the container after the lubricants have been used to service your car? How many times?
No, very rare.
Many people, 99% of the people who own cars, do not know that that empty jerrycan or can from which the lubricants are removed, if they were genuine, is used, is recycled, is sold actually by that guy who is doing your service, and they take it to some garage or some cottage place or some backyard and fill it with used oil which they have mixed with a few things. They steal the seals sometimes from the genuine and seal it, and tomorrow you'll come back and service, because you did not do your part as a consumer to make sure that either you go with that empty, or in some products there are machines that destroy. Some companies have machines that destroy that empty. But how many times do you actually check to see whether what you bought was destroyed? It's all about negligence. So we are thinking through this, we shall take baby steps, one step at a time, to improve the level of consciousness. We're hoping that your antennas will be up, and we think that slowly but surely, if we maintain this effort, we shall be able to save ourselves. Because I can tell you, the public health bill for most African governments and people is shooting up without any limitation. Why? Africans are eating themselves to the grave. We are using things that are killing us. We are inhaling polluted air from the contaminated fuels. We are eating contaminated food. We are killing ourselves. So all the growth that you hear that Africa is having, all that growth is being spent in treating and burying the Africans who are dying because of consuming counterfeits.
Wow, that's quite alarming. We want to wrap this up, this very fast conversation. What would you say to the trader that's watching, the businessman, the mother, the father, the student, that person who has some spending power that's watching, that they can expect from these conversations? How are they going to benefit from watching this series?
Well, as we conclude, I want to remind the viewers that you can follow us, watch this live on Facebook at Anti-Counterfeit Network Africa, same on YouTube and Twitter. What do I say to the trader, the mother, the father, whoever is out there? I'm sure most of us Africans like to profess a religion. Most of us belong to the Abrahamic religions, which promote compassion. Do to yourself what you'd like to do to the others. But it's against your religion for you to call yourself a Christian or a Muslim, to be on Sunday, you go to church and you shun everything evil and so on. We don't murder, don't do this. And just the next day, you come and sell a product that kills young children, women, adults, small people, and you don't know you're a murderer. So all we are saying, can we appeal to your sense of self, your sense of humanity? Can we buy and sell only genuine products? Please join us every Friday on the League of the Genuine. We shall have more conversations here.
Thank you very much, Fred, for for agreeing to come to this conversation and for giving us as much information as possible. Like I said in the beginning, this is a partnership between the Anti-Counterfeit Network and QG Group, and these conversations are going to be recurring every Friday, 3 to 4 p.m. on Facebook Live. Thank you so much for joining us. Again, happy Independence, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.